Hello, welcome back. I'm not sure what happened to my stream, but overall I think it was okay because I had to help bring in some sleeping children. Okay. Yeah, the stream turned off by itself. So this is 10.5. I think it's running better.
Where are you?
The Didact's cloaking the composer from me.
Let me get my stream chat pulled up really quick. Okay. What's my other gun? Hammer. Okay. Naughty, naughty boy.
Reinforcements! Hold them off while I locate the composer.
Reinforcements? What are you talking about? Defend? Defend what? So far, so good. Not too bad.
I've taken control of the local defense turrets.
Here we go. I hate the creepy sounds they make. Here we go. Can't even really tell what I'm looking at when I look up. Did someone turn the lights on in here? Jeez. Oh my word. Alright, I need that pistol.
I got it. I locked him out of the system, but I don't know for how long. Please don't leave me.
I'm not. I got you, girl.
The composer.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I jumped over it. Jeez. I never use my special. I need to use that more.
How do we get over there?
Can barely. End of the ramp. If we time it right, our momentum should carry us through the low gravity.
Thank you. Oh, Joyce, yeah. Okay, I will. Not yet, though. Okay? We still have one that won't go to bed. Whoa. Whoa.
Chief,
Am I just...
once that warhead is primed, the window for getting out of here is going to be pretty slim.
I know.
I'm here.
Activity! Significant slip space event building under the composer.
He's powering it up.
Dude, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna just blow myself up? What's going on? Alright, we got a shotgun. Oh, this thing though. Just depends on how many big bad guys there are. We got here. Shield? Okay.
The Didact shielded himself inside the composer. The nuke won't do us any good unless we can disable that barrier. Find me a terminal.
Okay, okay. Find your terminal. Oh, here you go.
I've got to do something you're not going to like.
Uh-oh. What is going on?
What did you just do?
I was just about to say that, literally.
Personality spikes into the system. If I do that at each of those beams, the copies can overwhelm the composer's shielding.
Why is the music getting sad? Probably gonna die. Yeah, I did not bring the right weaponry. No. I thought maybe I got the right stuff, but no. Oh crap. Well. Ow. Dude, there's so many of them. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't use this. Oh, tricky, huh? Any big guys I can see from here? Seems perfect for them, but I just don't have... I'm gonna need something else. The music's so epic. Now they're not here, huh? There we go. Here we go. Oh gosh. do I have? I need the pistol. Oh, get me over here. No pistol?
Before the didactic reinforcement.
Dude, why was that so hard? Go. Go.
That's it. It's working.
You sure this is all we have to do?
You should insult the dynamic.
Hey, it's in range. Once the barrier, get the nuke in there fast.
Got him. Oh. Oh my. Hello. Daddy's back. Oh man, we got weapons. Thank the Lord. Tell me there's bullets. Yes. Okay, cool. Ooh, it's so epic. Where are we going? Okay, cool. What do we got? Ah. Well, that's not very good. Dang it. All right, it's okay. It's okay. We're good. This is a good save spot. Oh gosh. Holy crap. Almost died again. Okay. Activate. I think we have one more after this. Uno más. Oh. Oh gosh. No, I didn't even see you. Oh crap. Oh my gosh. Ah, I was doing so good. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh gosh. They have blood. There's some orange blood on there. I still don't know what's going on.
And yet, still you fail.
Chief, come on. We gotta jump. Gotta do something. Throw the...
Cortana!
Oh gosh. Get to the core and destroy it. Oh, he pushed me off. Usually that's my mistake, but that time it was that guy. That guy pushed me. Oh gosh. my gosh. Dude, this is so crazy. That's backwards.
You persist too long after your own defeat. Come then, warrior. Have your resolution. So misguided.
He looks like he's from Warframe.
Humanity's imprisonment is a kindness.
Uh-oh.
In that case, you won't mind if we return the favor.
Your compassion for mankind is misplaced.
I'm not doing this for mankind.
Dude. What? I'm playing this? Climb up. Get up there. Yeah, I'm going, I'm going. I'm going, dude. I'm going. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, where you going? So tired. Get the bomb. Get the bomb. I'm going, I'm crawling. Goodness, this is hard, man. I'm going. Come on. Get that thing. Get that thing. Yes. Got it. Now run. Detonated? Hi.
Cortana. Cortana, do you read?
That's me.
Cortana, come in.
Dude, what is going on? Whoa.
How?
Oh, I'm the strangest thing you've seen all day?
But if we're here,
It worked. You did it. Just like you always do.
so how do we get out of here?
I'm not coming with you this time.
What?
Most of me is down there. I only held enough back to get you off the ship.
No. That's not... We go together.
It's already done.
I am not leaving you here.
John. so long to do that.
You touch him?
It was my job to take care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
Cortana, please. Wait.
Welcome home, John.
What? Epilogue? No. Oh, he's floating in space? What a cool shot.
Infinity Actual, Pelican 9-6er. We found him.
Mind if I join you?
Of course not, sir.
At ease, Chief. Feels kinda odd for you to call me sir. Beautiful, isn't she? I don't get to see her often enough. I grew up in New Harmony. Attended Corbulo Military Academy. Never saw Earth in person until I was an adult, but I still think of her as home. You don't talk much, do you? Chief, I won't pretend to know how you feel. I mean, I've lost people I care about, but never anything like you're going through.
Our duty as soldiers is to protect humanity. Whatever the cost.
You say that like soldiers and humanity are two different things. I mean, soldiers aren't machines. We're just people. I'll let you have the deck to yourself.
Man, I look good though.
She said that to me once. About being a machine.
Your great journey begins with a single step. This is our beginning. Thanks for trusting us with the universe you love and joining us on this epic adventure. 343 Industries. We don't really trust you anymore, do we? I was gonna say, if that was the end, what the heck?
In this hour of victory, we taste only defeat. I ask why. We are forerunners, guardians of all that exists. The roots of the galaxy have grown deep under our careful tending. Where there is life, the wisdom of our countless generations has saturated the soil. Our strength is a luminous sun towards which all intelligence blossoms.
Sounds like an alien, though.
And the impervious shelter beneath which
Sounds like the
it has
prophets.
prospered. I stand before you, accused of the sin of ensuring Forerunner ascendancy, of attempting to save us from this fate where we are forced to recede. Humanity stands as the greatest threat in the galaxy. Refusing to eradicate them is a fool's gambit. We squander eons in the darkness.
Why
while they
wasn't the
seize our
TV show
planets
like
for their
this? Like they could have just done this.
own. The mantle of responsibility for all things
Oh my gosh.
belongs to Forerunners alone. Think of my acts as you will,
What?
but do not doubt the reality.
What?
The reclamation
No.
has already begun,
No.
and we are hopeless to stop it.
Oh my god. Wow. Holy freaking crap. Dude, how do you not like... Dude. Ugh. All of these are so good. All of these are so freaking good. I was like waiting for something to be bad. Because I've heard people say, oh, wait till, you know, like there's bad ones. Dude, none of these were bad. I'm like at the edge of my seat at the end of every single one. My goodness. Wow. We still have two more. We have Halo 5. I have the game and an Xbox One controller coming in for next week. Ah, man. Wow. I need a second to digest that. I can't believe we beat the entire Master Chief Collection. Like, that's just unheard of for me. That's insane. We beat all these. Wow. Okay. So like I said, we have two more campaigns to get through. Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, the campaign. I haven't played either of those. Before playing all of these, I've only played these two. And I've only beaten this one before, Halo 2. Man. Whew. What a crazy ending to Halo 4. It kind of makes me think of like like AI relationships and stuff that Elon Musk keeps talking about is gonna be a real thing and all that. I'm just like, dude, that was like the first one, Master Chief and Cortana, man. She better come back. I'm just saying, if she's gone, I think I'm done with Halo campaigns. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. That was so good. I love that. All right, I see your video that you sent me. I meant to watch that at the beginning, but I'll pull that up actually after Actman and after multiplayer, and it'll just kind of like be at the tail end if that's okay. Okay, you're sending me a new one? Or is it this one in Discord? Wow. I'm in awe. That was so freaking good. Okay. So let me pull up the Actman's video while you send me the video you're sending me. Let's go to YouTube. Actman. Actman Halo 4. I hope you liked it, because I liked it a lot. Bad and awesome? Why is Halo 4's campaign so bad and awesome? Actman review. Interesting. Yeah, let's watch this. Oh, there's a trailer. Hold on. Or I'm sorry, there's an ad. Gonna skip that. Okay. Let's pause here. Did you send me the video? Sent me in Discord, right? The Jurassic Park Survival one. Because I think I'll watch that one at kind of at the very tail end, if that's all right. Unless you got something else. So I'll start the Actman video and then let me know. All right, let me get this pulled up for you guys. We're watching the Actman's video, like his review on Halo 4. Because I appreciate his reviews, and I know for the most part I like, for the most part I think I agree with his hold on, sorry. Here we go. There we are. For the most part I've agreed with his takes on things. There's a couple things that I haven't agreed with like completely, but I think for the most part I agree with everything he says. Oh, the link didn't go through. Okay, sending it in Discord. Let me see. Okay, I got it. Halo 4 campaign legendary ending after cast warning spoiler. Ooh, let me pull this up. Oh. Dude, it won't let me pause it. I can't. What the heck? That was so weird. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. I think you guys can see this, right? Yeah. All right. So this is Halo 4 community, and it says Halo 4 campaign legendary ending after cast warning spoiler. Sorry,
In this hour of victory, we taste only defeat. I ask why. We are Forerunners, guardians of all that exists. The roots of the galaxy have grown deep under our careful tending. Where there is life, The wisdom of our countless generations has saturated the soil. Our strength is a luminous sun towards which all intelligence blossoms, and the impervious shelter beneath which it has prospered. I stand before you,
Look at that.
accused of the sin of ensuring Forerunner ascendancy, of attempting to save us from this fate where we are forced to recede. Humanity stands as the greatest threat in the galaxy. Refusing to eradicate them is a fool's gambit. We squander eons in the darkness, while they seize our triumphs for their own.
I'm actually listening
The mantle
this
of
time,
responsibility for all
and it is the aliens talking about how
belongs to Forerunners alone.
Forerunners
Think of my
alone.
acts as you will, but do not doubt the reality. The reclamation has
Do
already
this part.
begun,
Oh.
and we are hopeless to stop it.
What? That time it had a face.
Wealthfront offers
Oh my
a
gosh.
cash account
No.
that has
That is that's why you sent it, because it shows a face, right? It's different. What the heck? It didn't show a face in the game, right? I need to read the description of the video. Hold on, let me pull that up again. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. I'm about to have a seizure or something because I can't figure out how to open up Discord. It's doing that thing again. So odd.
In this hour of victory,
You see his face when you finish the campaign on Legendary. Oh, Legendary ending after cast. Warning, spoiler. And the entire ship full of genetically enhanced super soldiers stop and stare at Master Chief as he takes his armor off. You just know who is the top dog there. The elites called him Demon for a reason. The things those eyes have seen. I love how you get a reference for how effing huge the Chief actually is. I thought you'd be taller is literally towering above her. That's true. In this hour of victory, we taste only defeat. I ask why. Because you messed with the mother effing Chief, that's why. Dude. Interesting. It shows his face. Interesting. It looks like he's in his 50s or something. 40s, 50s, right? Probably 50s. Like early 50s. Ooh, that's crazy. What the heck? How could the views go away? That's silly. Okay. That's dope. Legendary ending. That's cool. Alright, let's jump into this Actman video. Let's see what he has to say. He says, why is Halo 4's campaign so bad and awesome? Actman review.
Halo 4, considered by many as the pinnacle of deep storytelling.
Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. It's just like way loud in my ears, so I have to bring it down a lot.
In the Halo franchise and the first-person shooter genre. Halo 4, considered by many as the pinnacle of deep storytelling in the Halo franchise and the first-person shooter genre. To others, an overdramatic, forced love story with a confusing plot and lackluster main villain. A Upon its release, nearly every aspect of the game was heavily criticized. The online multiplayer evaporated in less than a year. Forge was a shell of its former
Really?
glory. Spartan Ops was considered a poor man's version of Firefight, and the overall design of the game seemed to be inspired by nothing more than a blatant attempt to steal an audience from its biggest competitor. But with Halo 5's campaign being, well, shit, many gamers, myself included, had gone back to this alleged black sheep of the Halo games to see if it was as good or bad as they remembered.
Interesting. So Halo 5 is supposed to be the bad one, right? Like the really bad one? I liked Halo 4. What?
Imagine being able to build
my
an app
gosh.
with your name on it.
Imagine not having ads and paying for
As is the tragic case with
YouTube.
many pieces of art, whether they be novels, movies, video games, or TV shows, occasionally they aren't appreciated in their own time.
I
The
am the
contemporary
great
reaction to any piece of art is very relatable to people like you and me when we're in that moment. But I don't think anyone in 10 years is going to be bringing up Ride to Hell Retribution or Cool Cat Saves the Kids as underappreciated pieces of art that were ahead of their time. It's important to note that the modern reaction isn't something that always stays relevant. People thought the Covenant speaking English in Halo 2 was a stupid decision. Matter of fact, some motherfuckers out there thought Halo 2 even had a bad story. I mean, what? My point is, let's not let the modern reaction to Halo 4 cloud our judgment on the overall quality of its story and campaign.
I liked
Let's
it.
look at it with a fresh methane tank, a pair of grunt goggles, and an honest, critical approach. But
Sounds
there's
good.
some things we gotta clear up first. Keep in mind, Halo 4 is a sequel to Halo 3. It continues the story of the original trilogy. This will be important to remember for this review. This video will focus on everything that's in the campaign and terminals,
Who
but
was
not
that,
Spartan
like,
Ops.
that lady?
Thank God. Unlike Halo 5, which has a campaign I mostly dislike,
Oh my gosh, I don't
and
wanna
unlike
hear.
Reach, which has a campaign I mostly love, my experience with Halo 4 is rather interesting, because it does some things incredibly well, and other times it catastrophically fails. Finally, before you get your armor restraints in a knot,
I
remember
died in that
art,
water, too.
even video games, is up to interpretation. And I don't want you to get the impression that I or anyone in the comments is trying to destroy your love or your interpretation of this story. We're sharing our opinions just as you are. So with this recent breakout of passionate fans claiming this game has the best story in the series, I feel it's time we compose ourselves
Oh my
and
gosh.
force choke our way straight into this.
Definitely not the best story
Before
in the
we can
series,
even
100%.
talk about the
but
gameplay or story,
I enjoyed it a
the
lot.
elephant in the room needs to be addressed. The massive changes that were made to Halo's formula. What changes, you ask? Well, a better question would
The sword
be,
doesn't
what
pull you?
wasn't changed? And all I can think of is the sound of the fuel rod cannon and the look of the assault rifle. Now, Halo always had a well-established formula. You run around as the ultimate badass, accompanied by awesome music as you shoot and smack aliens in the face, with varied gameplay that was heavily inspired by the revolutionary Doom. I'll talk about that later. And a feeling of connection and familiarity between games.
And it's gone.
The sound effects, enemy AI, the Covenant, Forerunners,
And it's
weapons,
gone.
vehicles, turrets, level design, music, movement, the characters, absolutely everything you can possibly think of that makes up a Halo campaign, and indeed a Halo game overall, was radically changed. The sheer number of videos talking about the art design should be an indication of how the Halo fanbase reacted to all these changes. Now you might be saying, but Actman, Halo Reach changed a lot of things too. And you're right, it absolutely did. But it didn't change everything. Not to mention that's a prequel, so it has a logical reason to be, look, and feel different. Now put yourself back in the year 2012, and you just can't believe Halo 3 is actually getting a sequel. But it's not Bungie making it, it's a new company with a promising name, 343 Industries. You're skeptical, but also eager to see what they do, which direction they take this newest Halo game in. After all, there's already 5 good Halo games to take inspiration from.
That's
you
true.
expected Halo 4 to be as good, if not better, than Halo 3. And then you got the game. At that point, you can't help but feel animosity towards this new company who hasn't proved anything except they're willing to change absolutely everything you like about Halo. Especially when you consider this game was rushed onto the 360 just 2 years after Reach, breaking the 3-year cycle and undercutting the player base of both Halo 3 and Reach. It wasn't a subtle change or transition, it's shoved in your face, and you're just expected to accept it. And that's the reason why so many people had a negative reaction to Halo 4. Different isn't always bad. Some good things were added. Most of the UNSC weapons had a beefier sound effect. The Forerunner architecture was very impressive and detailed, and the game also boasted pretty incredible graphics for the time. But looking back, I hated Halo 4's campaign because it just didn't feel like Halo. No part of it did, especially not the gameplay. I'm going to be as blunt and honest as possible in this next sentence. Halo 4's campaign is almost a complete failure in terms of gameplay. And I know that sounds pretty radical, but to understand why this is the case, we have to understand why Halo campaigns were so fun in the first place, and what made them so awesome. As I said earlier in the video, Halo was heavily inspired by Doom, one of, if not the most influential first-person shooter game ever made. The core principles of both games rely upon a cast of enemies that have unique, consistent, and predictable behaviors, which can be learned by the player. The enemies combined with the design of the levels and weapons is what makes up this beautiful dance of gameplay. Take grunts for example, they're cannon fodder that roam in packs. Almost every strategy for killing them is viable, getting up close with a melee, using grenades, firing from long range, or using the standard assault rifle. They can carry heavy weapons on occasion or deploy turrets, flee in terror, toss grenades, or become suicidal. All of these behaviors are predictable through audio and visual cues. Everybody duck! But if you do get careless or allow them to overwhelm you, they will take you out. Elites are basically your equal. They're smart, cunning, use all sorts of weapons, throw grenades, hide behind cover, dodge, roll. They yell when they notice you and are color-coded to show their strength. Fights with elites are a two-phase battle, getting their shields down and finishing them off. And generally, all methods of combat are viable against them, though they are much harder to take down, and are often accompanied by lower-ranking units or even other elites. Jackals are all about precision. They're defensive enemies that can hold a choke point very well. Trying to rush into their territory is generally not wise. Shooting their hand leaves them vulnerable, and using grenades can disrupt their positioning. Skirmishers are speedy, and you'll need to aim fast or outmaneuver them in order to kill them. Hunters are the tanky mini-bosses that require a lot of firepower to take down. They're super strong, and can kill you very quickly. But their fuel rod gun is telegraphed and their melee is easily dodgeable. Brutes are similar to elites, but are more aggressive,
He's going through all the characters,
aren't
I wonder
as
why.
cunning, and don't have regenerating shields. Drones are the flying pests that harass you from the air, breaking up the pattern of enemies always being grounded. Finally, engineers are floating support units that shield their allies and explode violently on death.
Sorry guys, I'm poor.
And Doom is like playing a chess game because each piece has its strengths and weaknesses. Picture your pieces as the weapon sandbox, your allies, and picture the opposing side as the enemies you fight. Playing chess is about more than having the strongest pieces on your side. It's about strategy. Do you take out the pawns first to make it easier to take the bishop? Or do you focus the bishop so the pawns are left in the open? With chess and Halo, there's seemingly endless ways to win the game or beat the level.
Always take the big guys out
strategy
first.
is
That's
always the best strategy, and that's a good
strategy.
thing because it means you have to think your way through each encounter in order to succeed. Good strategy is rewarded while bad strategy is punished, creating a fair, balanced, understandable, and challenging video game experience. Just as a chessboard offers many ways for pieces to move, so too does the level design allow multiple paths around most encounters, and each level gives you a wide variety of tools to do so. And when you have such unique chess pieces with well-defined roles that the player can understand, then the design of the game is more about providing different combinations of enemies, rather than simply boosting their health or shoving more enemies on the screen. These are the fundamentals that separate
wanna play Halo 2.
and Doom from the forgettable run-of-the-mill shooters. But it is in these fundamentals that Halo 4 took a catastrophic turn. Now it's going to take some time for me to accurately describe the clusterfuck of ass shit that is Halo 4's gameplay, but after
What?
this section, you'll have a very good idea of why these campaigns are fun and why this one isn't, relatively speaking. Aside from removing drones, brutes, engineers, and skirmishers, what Halo 4 also removes is multiple viable strategies, predictable enemies, and the idea of prioritization. With this in mind, let's look at what makes Covenant encounters so unfun, and that's 3 things: the plasma pistol, needler, and melee. In Halo 4, the tracking ability on the overcharged plasma pistol and needler is so strong it's virtually undodgeable, unless you hide behind cover. And the melee animations
didn't
from
realize
elites
that.
happen within 10 frames, or 1/6 of a second, making that completely undodgeable as well. And on Legendary, it kills you instantly. So what you end up doing is hanging back and shooting everything from range using precision weapons, because getting in close to mid-range puts you in the path of undodgeable attacks. These are Covenant
Interesting.
encounters
That's
in a
something
nutshell,
obviously
and
I
this
never
is
noticed.
half of the gameplay. Now let's take a look at what makes Promethean encounters so terrible. Let's say we have a group of crawlers, watchers, and a couple knights. Now I want you to tell me, in this encounter, why would I shoot anything but the watcher first? I wouldn't, because this enemy eliminates the use of grenades against other Prometheans and brings units back from the dead, and it also shields them. So you can't melee watchers, you can't throw your grenades when they're around, so again, you gotta shoot them from range. Because of this,
True.
the Watcher's role completely fucks the gameplay, as there is absolutely no reason why you wouldn't kill the Watcher or Rook first. Now we got Crawlers and the Knights, but because some Knights wield scatter shots and their melee is also undodgeable, it becomes the same thing as Covenant encounters. The best strategy is to shoot them from range with precision weapons, and now you see the problem. This is where
Interesting,
Halo
that's
4's
true.
gameplay absolutely falls apart, and the
Fair,
elements of
fair.
strategy and critical thinking disintegrate. Crawlers are a redundant form of cannon fodder. Their ability to scale vertical walls is an interesting mechanic, but there's nothing more to them. And because they appear in such ridiculous numbers, the most effective strategy is to always go for headshots. The most frustrating enemy to fight are the Knights, because their strength is not in well-designed behaviors, it's in their bullshit
hold that
powers
gun
and
in?
unpredictability. You can't tell when Knights will teleport away to avoid death, or when they'll teleport towards you to provide death. And you can't predict when they'll spawn a turret, more enemies, fire a scatter shot, or an incineration cannon. They've got regenerating shields and are bullet sponges. Having an enemy with such ridiculous strengths that is so well complemented by the Watchers creates gameplay that isn't fun or fair.
I never
Now, I
noticed
think I've
that it could
proven
throw
my
back the
point,
grenades
but
either.
The gameplay is such an infuriating mess that I can't leave it unfinished. But there's one enemy I haven't mentioned.
Maybe I didn't notice it as much because I didn't play on Legendary. So I think, like, obviously Actman, he goes through all of them. He plays like the hardest difficulty, and I'm not the type of person to do that at all. Like I just wouldn't enjoy that. Even on like Halo 2, my favorite Halo. But I think you would notice those specifics if you playing on a harder level. Now there is some things that I've already mentioned. I've noticed that you have to shoot from a distance, and it's very true. Like you have no option other than to kill whatever those things are that regenerate them. But like them throwing the grenade back, I never saw that. What else did he say that I never noticed? Yeah, I don't know. But I didn't really have as much trouble. But it does make sense. There's definitely not a ton of like up in your face. Like I would get the shotgun and get up to them and shoot them in the face for close combat. But not as much. For the record, I love Halo 4 just like the others. I like the personal story and graphics. No, me too, 100%. Personal story and the graphics I love. I think he's going to get to it later, but he mentioned that people think it's like a forced love story. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I think it makes sense, and I don't know. I like their story, so. But if I had to say yes or no, the other campaigns are more fun. Yeah, that's true. Like, I love this story, but everything he said so far, I'm like, okay, like I could see that definitely. Like he's definitely like nitpicky, but it's true though. Like a lot of the, like I used the pistol or I used the ranged weapons like most of the time, but I wouldn't think, oh, I'm using these because there's no other option. You know, I didn't think of that. I was just like, okay, I'm just using what works best for the situation. Just happens to be the same weapon. Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. Same with you kind of, I think. I like it a lot, but it's not going to be like in my top 3, you know. I mean, oh man, it's hard. Halo. Okay, so what's my top 3? Yeah, I'll think about it. But for sure Halo 2 and then Halo Reach. Those are my top 2. So after that, it's 1, 3, ODST, or 4.
And this one is the deal breaker. The worst enemy ever created in a Halo game. I'll give you a few hints.
Yes,
it's not the rocket launcher flood, the sniper jackals, the hammer chieftains, or concussion rifle elite.
Dude, what was the one he just said? Those guys are terrible. Oh, the freaking rocket launcher flood in Halo 1. Golly. So annoying.
No. In Halo 4, your worst enemy is the weapons and ammo themselves. On Heroic and Legendary, nearly every single encounter will deplete the ammo of at least one of your weapons. It is awe-inspiring how pitiful the ammo capacity is for the guns in this game. At one point, I'm fighting a bunch of enemies, and my carbine runs out of ammo. I pick up a plasma pistol, and the ammo is so limited, it can't even kill a single elite. Let me stress, the Famine Skull was not turned on. This is actual, real Halo 4 gameplay that was tested and put on shelves. This just sucks so much fun out of the gameplay because you're no longer picking the 2 best weapons for the current situation, but rather scavenging all you can and using weapons that suck, just so you can scrape through the level.
I didn't know you could hold in the pistol.
Speaking of weapons that suck, I just described the majority of Halo 4's sandbox. The Storm Rifle and Suppressor are 2 of the most butt-fucking useless weapons, and at no point in the game do you ever want to pick them up, unless you have no other options. Plasma Pistol, Bolt Shot, Needler, and Magnum are decent, but their ammo runs out so fast you barely have any time to use them. So again, you only pick them up if you got nothing else. And the Pulse Grenade, dear lord, is it the most worthless piece of ass I've ever seen in a first-person shooter. You're never going to kill anything with it, unless
he's just like... I love how it's just one after another, like non-stop, and it's so true. I hated those grenades so much. They did nothing. I thought that they would like pull them in or something. They didn't do anything, and they were always like dodging it. I don't think I got a single kill with one of those grenades.
You're extremely lucky. And even then, you're only tossing them out in the vain hope it actually does damage. It's more useless than the Colibri in Battlefield 1, and that gun is meant to be useless. It's not all bad though. Halo 4 does have some cool, enjoyable gameplay moments, like flying the broadsword. You're shooting down turrets, dodging debris like the game just turned into Star Fox. Another highlight is using the Mantis in those 2 open areas. There's nothing quite as satisfying as squishing a ghost beneath your mechanical foot. Defending the door in the jungle was pretty cool as well, and oftentimes there'd be cinematic moments that happened in front of you. My favorite is when you can send the boarding parties back out the airlock. How's the space out there, losers? These are nice touches that give Halo 4 some bright spots. But the level design is far worse than you think. So rather than creating each level with a unique purpose, objective, or identity in mind, Halo 4 opts to replace interesting level design with this rule of
Oh, I do remember though. I did have like a huge criticism about a level that should have been really cool. When you're riding the Scarab. Oh no, it's not a Scarab. When you're riding the human version of the Scarab, that's like a huge four-wheeler tank thing, right? I was like, dude, this is awesome. And then it just wasn't fun, like at all. What did I say? I remember so it kept stopping and you'd have to get off and like do stuff, and then it would start moving without you and you had to get back on. And I wanted to just stay on it or like shoot a gun from it or something, but it like literally forced you to get off, and I did not like that at all. And I remember getting through that part and I was just like, what was the point of that? Like I hated it. Like I felt like it should have been cool, and then I was questioning why I wasn't having fun. I was like, this should be fun, right?
3. You run around and activate switches or whack a glowing ball and...
Don't raise dragons right off the bat.
Sorry, guys.
Dragons.
That's it.
Destroy all 3 energy balls!
Or it's just a quick time event. I mean, nothing's more climactic and tense than when the control is taken away from you and all you gotta do is press R to beat the game and the final boss. There's almost no straying from the path, and even when you try to, the game has the fucking balls to put death timers and invisible barriers all over the place. Oh hey, maybe there's a terminal over here. What the shit? I wonder if there's something cool over this ledge. What the hell? Oh, come on, there's an invisible barrier? Fine, whatever, I didn't even want to explore. Oh man, this is crazy. There's stuff moving all over the place, and what, here? There's a kill timer here? For the most part, the only fun missions are the last 2, because the levels feel just a bit more open and non-linear, and that's out of 8 missions. Halo 4 has the fewest playable missions out of all the Halo campaigns. And aside from those occasionally fun or cinematic moments, Halo 4's gameplay and level design doesn't enhance the story or the player's experience in any way. And sure, the story is infinitely better than the gameplay, but isn't that the top priority when making games? To make them fun? It's a catch-22 that I just can't deal with. Now, the one thing that could have been a saving grace for Halo 4's campaign was the vehicles, but the charm and charisma of the vehicle sections was left to die in a series of linear paths. When you get the Warthog in the beginning of the second mission, you drive down a linear path, and you get out immediately because there's no one to man the gunner. So then we're given a Scorpion. Fuck yeah, tank beats everything, doesn't it? Except, it can't beat linear paths. Oh, but it's alright, because later that same level, we're given this badass new vehicle, the Mantis, and what a beast it is! I can't wait to test this baby out on a linear path. There's also a really cool segment where you're driving a ghost down a... God damn it. Next, we're dropped off in this great canyon that looks incredible. We stumble upon a huge mammoth of a vehicle. We hop on board and are ready for some epic fights. And wouldn't you know, the mammoth only goes down linear paths. Even when the game gives you a Pelican and lets you fly that for the first time, you are flying in 2 linear paths. No reason to explore and only 2 points of interest. And there's even...
I think ODST, right? ODST is... I think it has more of a variety while you're flying around in the city, right? If I'm remembering correctly. And then there's... like you're being attacked by banshees and stuff, so you're moving around and dropping. Or is it the same? I don't know.
Kill timers there. Hey, anybody remember New Alexandria? Remember how the levels used to open up when you got in a vehicle? You got to explore, go wherever you wanted. Remember that feeling of discovery? Remember how you wanted to push the boundaries and see what was really out there? See how far you could go? 'Cause, oh, I remember. I don't know how you managed to ruin vehicles in a Halo game, but Halo 4 managed to do it. The main point I want to make is regardless of how good or bad the story of any game is, if it simply isn't fun to play, that will affect everything.
He has
So
good
now,
points.
we're ready to talk about the story. And unfortunately, the first cutscene we see starts everything off on the wrong foot. And it creates an inconsistent art design that screws up the timeline and creates a jarring beginning. So Halsey is talking to this Oni guy about the Spartan program, and whoa. What is that? That looks like Master Chief. This game is centered around the Master Chief. He's on the front cover. I'm gonna say that's the Master Chief. But what the hell, there's more of them? Are any of these supposed to be Chief? Clearly one of them is because Halsey mentions him.
What does John have to do with this?
But which one is it? It can't be this guy because the first time Chief gets Cortana is on the Pillar of Autumn. Unless Chief had a different Cortana, or they gave out Cortana AIs to multiple Spartans. But wait, no. In Reach we see that Cortana is one of a kind. Is Halsey telling a falsified story of events? 27 seconds in and already so many questions. But this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. So Halsey is talking about the origins of the Spartans, and naturally we would assume that these conflicts happening on screen take place prior to the events of Halo Combat Evolved. And if that's the case, why then do these Spartans look like Chief after he came out of his cryotube in the first mission? If these scenes are supposed to be flashbacks, then shouldn't the Spartans look like this? Or this? Or hell, even this? Actually, no, not that. Now, there is an explanation for this art style change, but it's not in the game. And that's shitty writing in and of itself. But in an interview with Frank O'Connor, he says the reason why Chief's armor changes from Halo 3 to 4 is because of nanobots that upgraded it while he was in cryosleep. So there is no reason why any other Spartans aside from Chief currently adrift in the Forward Unto Dawn should have this newly updated armor. But a more important problem than a change in visuals is the story of Halo 4 extends into interviews with staff members. Just take a second to think about how ridiculous that sounds. 343 might have just wanted to change things, make them look new and different, but can you imagine how much better this opening scene would be if it showed the classic art style, paid homage to that, with new state-of-the-art graphics, before we switched over to this new style? Then this crippling flaw wouldn't exist. And better yet, people would be more accepting of it. Let's think about this. Halo Wars is the prequel to Halo 1, which makes it the first game in the timeline. Change has always...
Halo Wars? Do I have to play Halo Wars? Dude, I still have a kid awake and it's almost midnight. Jeez.
Has been the name of the game for Halo. But if you're going to have flashbacks to a time prior to this change, you gotta be consistent with the previous games and timeline that connects them all. Aside from that, this cutscene has some seriously great dialogue, and the presentation is phenomenal. The wide shot showing just how vast the Spartan program is, a child sits awake, alone, with a stare that mirrors the regret we see in Halsey's eyes a moment later. We understand the burden she bears just through the visuals. The cinematography and pacing is fantastic here. Not to mention, this is a great setup for Chief's journey, and it's the first time that we get to see and learn more about the origins of Spartans. And then he says the line,
"The Master Chief is dead."
Man, how fuck...
Let me see. Halo Wars is not a first person. It's like top-down strategy, so no you don't. Oh, yeah. I have seen a little bit of that game. I don't think I bought it, but it's usually on sale.
Fucking dare you try to tell me homeboy is dead. It's a great line that'll get everyone's blood boiling. But the problem with this whole scene is we never find out the context of this discussion or who this Oni guy is. Surprisingly, Halo 4 makes the same damn mistake that Halo 5 did. Both games start off with a cutscene of Halsey that brings up interesting stories and ideas, but are never explored throughout the rest of either games. At least Halo 4 used this scene to set the tone and weaved some incredible themes into it. Moving on, the opening to the first mission is fantastic.
I don't want to see anything about Halo 5.
You can feel the tension of a new adventure building, and when Cortana says,
"Wake up, Chief." you.
That is exactly the way Halo 4 needed to start, a great continuation of Halo 3's perfect ending. But far too quickly does that nostalgic excitement fade, because not only is the art design inconsistent, but so are the characters. You might not have ever noticed this or thought of it, but I bet within the first few missions of Halo 4, you felt something was different about Chief and Cortana. That's because 343 spent a lot of time humanizing the Master Chief, giving him depth and personality he never really had before. I actually think this was a good decision, but I think it could have been handled better. Mind you, I'm not talking about the writing. No, they did a fantastic job there. The problem lies with how this change affects the role of the player and the transition between Halo 3 and 4. Or rather, how there is no transition. Chief was always written a certain way. He didn't have a whole lot of personality, and that was intentional.
Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Splendid, shall we?
In fact, Joe Staten says it's one of the biggest reasons why the Master Chief was such a success.
One of the keys to the success of the story is we didn't pump a lot of time into figuring out who the Master Chief was and why he was a ghost in the shell. We thought he is a husk. He's a big green suit of armor that you move around.
There's something good about having the Master Chief essentially be a blank slate. That helps each individual person connect to the character.
So when Cortana was talking to the Chief, and Chief doesn't respond, Cortana is actually talking to the player. The whole point was to make you feel like the ultimate badass, similar to Gordon Freeman, Link, or other mostly silent protagonists. It's a neat little trick only reserved for video game storytelling. So when you got accustomed to Master Chief after playing as him for 3 games, when Halo 4 comes around and changes everything you know about him within the second mission, it just doesn't work. I'm not willing to suspend my disbelief and accept this new Chief because he just pops out of nowhere with no build-up. But inevitably, the comments section will contain some people that say, this is a realistic portrayal of the Chief from the books. Okay, but video games are the only medium of storytelling that can really pull off immersing the player as the protagonist. And if this was a review of the books, we'd be talking about the damn books. However, if you enjoy this new Chief, more power to you. It's all about how you interpret things. These are just my interpretations. And when you consider all the other changes made, this is just another one to add to the pile. It's just so jarring for me. I simply can't accept it. This isn't the Chief that I know. If you can manage to overlook the massive and abrupt changes, you'll find that Halo 4 actually has some pretty dynamic characters and well-written dialogue. Unfortunately, there's a few stinkers. Let's take a look at Halo 4's cast. Can anyone give me a good reason why Palmer is in this game? No, seriously. What does she do of importance? She hands Del Rio some papers and that's it. Now there's another inconsistency I have a problem with. Chief's been gone for 5 years, and it seems like these new characters have just completely forgotten who he is, contradicting the themes of the previous Halo games. I mean, how do you just forget who the savior of humanity is, and not treat him with nothing but pure respect? First thing Palmer says to him is a disrespectful comment on his appearance.
I thought you'd be taller.
Bitch, the guy is 7'2", okay? And this guy Del Rio, why is he such an ass face? No, seriously. You think this guy that's in charge of the Infinity would recognize the military prowess of the Spartan program of Master Chief? You'd think he'd be appreciative of all he's done. Del Rio is hated so much in the Halo community that he's actually become a meme. But the reason he's such a dickbag is because the writers wanted to add more drama, a character that would oppose Chief and Cortana in order to raise the stakes.
I am ordering you to surrender that AI!
You can see this because at the end of the game, Del Rio just disappears. He was thrown away because the purpose of his character was fulfilled. Problem is, this actively destroys Chief's reputation and character for the sake of adding emotional drama. Why not have Del Rio initially be a more level-headed guy? Then Chief asks to go on this mission to attack the Didact or whatever, and Del Rio is reluctant but agrees, sending a portion of his forces with him. Chief underestimates the Didact's powers, or what's on the planet, and this results in the deaths of the soldiers that Del Rio sent him. Then they come back to the Infinity and Del Rio is pissed because he knew he shouldn't have given Chief the go-ahead. He orders everyone on the ship to pull out immediately, and that's when Cortana's rampancy appears. Then, Del Rio becomes a major ass face. I mean, that way his character would make some kind of sense.
Yeah.
Lasky is a pretty cool dude. He helps you out even when he's not supposed to, and provides a serious yet fun-loving approach to the situation. He's a welcome addition to the cast.
100%.
For me,
love that
problems occur with the Cortana and Chief narrative. Because this game only has 8 playable missions, they have to force this emotional conflict into areas where it feels so out of place. By the time we start the second mission, we're already thrown into the whole saving the damsel in distress plotline. So Chief no longer feels like the player's character, but he also just seems so desperate. And I get that's kind of the point, but again, it just doesn't feel like Chief to me. The point of this story is to humanize Chief and create this human versus machine thing, but it lacks all subtlety.
Before this is all over, promise me you'll figure out which one of us is the machine.
It would have been easier to accept, like the art style changes, if this new side of Chief's character was eased in. Let's say throughout the first 3 missions, Cortana has these weird blips and bloops, but Chief doesn't react to them because he's still the player's character. So when they crash land on Requiem, the focus is more on this new planet. The game plays out just like all the other Halo campaigns with a mostly silent protagonist. And Halo 4 gives the impression that it's going to do the same thing. But then something happens. The twist. It becomes apparent to Chief that something is seriously wrong with Cortana. And then his character starts developing. They flip this tried and true Halo storytelling formula into the Halo 4 narrative we have now. Maybe create an extra mission or 2 to provide a better transitioning phase. The point is, Halo 4 doesn't give you 1 second of that old feeling the characters had. Now, to be fair, both Chief and Cortana have a lot of really good lines.
You know where he's heading.
Same place we are.
I don't suppose you're any good at clearing LZs.
On occasion.
I don't know about you, but I usually like a little more intel with my intel.
Maybe next time you rescue us,
I love this one. Give some time to pack.
give us more time to pack.
Next time.
Before we dive deep into the didact,
I remember that one. That one was good.
There's one loose end that we need to tie up. Halo 4 really is a tragedy, both in its narrative and as part of a trilogy, because the unfortunate truth is the sequel to it can barely even be called a sequel. You all know my feelings on Halo 5, and as I said in those videos, when the second act of a 3-part story is bad, and I mean really bad, it poisons the 2 stories connected to it. Bringing Cortana back as the main villain did nothing more than invalidate everything that happened in Halo 4, and that's the real tragedy. But you know, despite my initial hatred of Halo 4, I can't even try to act like the ending didn't intrigue me and set up something really cool for the future. I've warmed up to the story as time has gone on, but I firmly believe if 343 had learned from their mistakes and stuck to their guns to continue the story faithfully, giving players a sense of familiarity with the Bungie games, we'd all look at Halo 4 and 5 much differently. So now, we're ready to talk about the plot. Basically, we have 2 going on at the same time. Didact and Promethean's return to threaten humanity, Cortana's decline into rampancy, and the resulting drama between her and Chief, as well as both of their internal conflicts. Now that sounds pretty damn cool on paper, and the Cortana-Chief narrative is awesome for the most part. But the overarching narrative of Halo 4 is just so convoluted and poorly explained. The average player whose first game is Halo 4 isn't gonna understand anything. And you might say that's because it's the 4th game in the main series, but you gotta understand target demographics here. The goal is to make a story that will sell to both newcomers and longtime Halo fans, something they can both enjoy. Now that's a lot harder than it sounds, but that's what's necessary. I think Cortana's rampancy was too much to start with, because it bets on the player being familiar with the previous games right from the get-go. Without those, you wouldn't have much reason to care about them. And I can tell you right now, people like me who bought and played all the other campaigns are going to be in the same boat. First time going through, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It took me a while to figure out why I didn't understand the Didact and Forerunner story on my first playthrough. That's mostly because of this scene with the Librarian, the most important scene in the game in terms of narrative, because this is where we learn what the fuck is going on. So the Librarian appears before Chief and talks to him about many important plot points. Let's list them all, shall we? And try not to get lost.
Ellie, I love you here. I mean,
and try not to get lost. He's so sassy, you know what I mean?
Number 1, the Librarian is some sort of ghost or AI that was kept alive to assist humanity on their path to the mantle. Number 2, humanity's path to the mantle is at risk. Number 3, Didact is trying to leave Requiem and we can't allow it. Number 4, he seeks to compose a device which will allow him to contain the greatest threat the Forerunners ever faced, humanity. Number 5, a history of mankind's previous journey into the stars, their encounter with the Forerunners, how humanity was unmatched until the Didact and his warriors stepped in. Number 6, the Didact battled the humans for a millennia and afterwards was sentenced to severe punishment. Number 7, humanity's threat was not just the Forerunners but also the Flood. During this time, they were retreating from the Flood. Number 8, the Forerunners weakened from the conflict with the humans and succumbed to the Parasite. Number 9, Forerunners make plans for a final unspecified great journey. Number 10, Didact didn't want to yield the mantle and insisted on fighting the Flood. Number 11, Didact wanted to fight the Flood at the cost of using the Composer to transform living beings into warriors. This creates the Prometheans being part of their quest for transcendence and immortality. Number 12, Composer doesn't work as intended, creating abominations. Number 13, Didact would use the Composer to enact his revenge against the Flood. Number 14, Prometheans are actually humans. Number 15, Didact wanted to turn all humans into Prometheans, but the Librarian intervened, betraying the Didact and moving the Composer from his core and sealing him in the Cryptum. Number 16, Librarian indexed humanity for repopulation, planting their seeds in places the Didact was unaware of. The purpose behind this was to accelerate mankind's evolution in the Chief's current state, the Spartans and the AI Cortana. This was planned over 1,000 lifetimes. Number 17, the Librarian is actually dead and this is some sort of dream sequence. Number 18, the Librarian placed a gene song within the Master Chief that contains an immunity to the Composer, but this could only be unlocked through magic powers the Librarian has, allowing her to accelerate the Chief's evolution, granting him the immunity. Oh, Jesus. This is the worst cutscene in Halo 4, and it's also the most important for players to understand the plot. It doesn't help that the terminals are pretty much the only thing that explains these points well, but you can't just cram all this exposition into a 5-minute cutscene and expect the majority of players to know what the fuck is happening. Had they built up these stories across 2 or 3 games, given them enough time to be fleshed out, they'd be awesome. And if you had trouble keeping track of those plot points, when you hear the Didact start talking, you'll wonder if this shit was written by Shakespeare. Most of what he says and the scenes that he's in will fly right over the heads of anyone who isn't a lore aficionado. Now I know the Didact is a Forerunner, but riddle me this. What fun is it watching a protagonist go up against a villain and be completely powerless to do anything? Keep in mind, this is their first meeting. These two guys don't even know each other. The Didact can kill Chief at any time, but he lets him live so he can lecture Chief like every cliché Bond villain.
Mr. Powers, you'll notice that all of the sharks have laser beams attached to their heads. I figure every creature deserves a warm meal.
Isn't the whole point of a main villain to test the protagonist, to antagonize him, forcing him to become stronger, inadvertently making him powerful enough to take on the villain? Seems they wrote the story this way to make Cortana tragically sacrifice herself, and I get that, but riddle me this. Why is the Didact a Sith Lord?
A Sith Lord?
Doesn't this look like Force Choke? Doesn't this look like a Jedi mind trick? Ah, fuck it. For being a Forerunner, the Didact is also pretty freaking stupid. The question is, if you're a hyper-sentient being that has had a massive conflict with this species in the past, why would you not use this chance you have to destroy this potential threat right here and right now? And the answer is, you would. Unless you're an idiot. But that's just what the Didact is. And being a dipshit is exactly what led to his demise. And that's what makes this conflict fall flat on its face. Because the Didact has no reason not to kill the Chief, aside from the fact that the writers need to give the important exposition to the audience. The big problem with the Didact is his representation in the terminals is infinitely better than it is in the campaign itself. The problem is no Halo story has been so convoluted that it becomes incomprehensible to newcomers and longtime fans of the series. No story.
I like his points. I agree. I never ever was like I wasn't really following much of the story other than the relationship between Cortana and Master Chief. Like that was what I was kind of focused on the entire time, and that's what I liked the most. But it is true. Like even when I started the stream today, I couldn't remember where I had left off. I was like, wait, what happened right before this? And then I remembered, oh yeah, the Librarian like basically gave me some kind of like immunity or power or something. And I was hoping when I started today, or I was hoping last time that the next time I started, I'd have some kind of special ability or something to go along with whatever it was that she gave me, which wasn't really the case. I think it was the only reason why I did not die when everyone else got vaporized. I think that's like the moment where Cortana says something about Master Chief being okay because of that. But yeah, it's like very confusing. It's so true. It's very confusing. Like I didn't know much. I knew that those enemies were once human, and then like that was kind of it. And I knew that the main bad guy, the main villain, I knew that he had previously attacked humanity and was going to again. But again, like not a ton. I'm gonna take a urinary break really quick, and also grab a drink. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Just needed to stretch my legs, urinate, and get a drink. Alright. Let's finish Hackman's video and see if we can get a couple matches at least in Halo 4. He did mention, though, that Halo 4's player base died a lot, even like within the first year that the game came out. So I'm starting to wonder if anyone is even playing the multiplayer for Halo 4. So we'll see. If we're waiting for, let's say, 10 minutes and we can't find a single match, I think we kind of just got to call it a loss, but we'll see. We got 5 more minutes of this one.
Until Halo 4. Don't get me wrong, Halo 4's story is pretty freaking cool once you get it. The Flood actually make a return. We learn more about the Forerunners and their society and humanity's role in the galaxy. But if you ignore the terminals, you don't get any of that. And while the terminals are really interesting and well made, expecting every player to find them is just crazy. That's crazy! This is the kryptonite of Halo 4's campaign. There's a preposterous amount of questions that are poorly answered or not answered at all that can only be cleared up by watching the terminals. Let's list them all, shall we? Who's this new covenant we're fighting? Why are they here? Why are we fighting them? Who leads them? What's the mantle of responsibility? Why does the Didact harbor a grudge towards humanity? What are his motivations? What is the Composer? What does it do? Where did the Prometheans come from, and what the heck are they? These are all huge plot points that don't have any screen time or are poorly explained in the campaign, and that is a problem. Why couldn't most of these terminal cutscenes simply been interspersed in between levels? Along with the terminals, the game packs some extra story through some audio logs, and that's a nice touch as well. Halo 4 does do a good job of paying homage to certain themes and ideas from the previous games, like how Chief always crashes or lands onto something in the beginning, certain lines of dialogue, and I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I mean, who isn't?
If we can just get back to Earth and find Halsey, she can fix this.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
One of the biggest blunders of Halo 4's campaign is its soundtrack. At no point did I ever feel the music enhancing the gameplay, and only on a few occasions did it mix well with the cutscenes. Most of it sounds like something you'd hear in a generic action movie. There's a flow, a uniqueness, with Marty O'Donnell's soundtrack that just works so well with what's going on. Finally, I'd like to talk about the main attraction of the campaign, the reason people like the story so much, and that's the dynamics between Cortana and Chief. I'm mostly mixed on this because on one hand the dialogue fleshes out these characters we've known for a long time, and we get the sense their light-hearted adventures are coming to an end. The depth of their relationship is brought to the forefront. On the other hand, it feels like a goddamn play sometimes with how overdramatic it is. But that also helps add a level of tension and drama that might not have been there otherwise. I guess what it all boils down to is personal preference. I can see what the story has to offer and why people like it, but I just don't connect to it as strongly as some of you might. Now I could go more in depth on some of the scenes that make no sense, like why Chief is running towards the Didact here, but then is just casually walking towards him in the cutscene. Or how the hell Chief survived a nuclear explosion. Or who in God's name thought it was a good idea to show Chief's face. But I think it's time for me to wrap it up. All in all, Halo 4 has a lot of issues that prevent its campaign from being awesome. What kills it for me is the gameplay. It's not difficult enough on easy or normal, and it's not...
Hey! It's not difficult enough on easy or normal. What are you talking about, man? I played on normal. That was hard. That ain't easy. I'm actually agreeing with a lot of what he's saying because it's true. Like the actual events that are occurring that you're working through with Cortana, I didn't understand very much. And there was no like actual like, come on, we got to get this done. There's just like Cortana always telling me where to go, and like I'm just doing stuff to do it, right? But at the same time, like the title says, why is Halo 4's campaign so bad and awesome? You know, at the same time, I personally loved like the whole relationship, that side of things between Cortana and Master Chief. And I loved like the creepiness of her like kind of freaking out sometimes. Really liked that. So I'm actually agreeing with this more than I thought. And I think it's putting Halo 4 definitely on the low end of the totem pole. I think Halo 4 honestly is going to be in the last slot because the other ones are just so good. I can't ignore that. So it's probably, just off the top of my head, it's probably going to be Halo 2, Halo Reach, I think ODST, Halo 3, Halo 4. But the only ones that might switch would be Halo 3 ODST and Halo 3. So it might be Halo 3 and then Halo 3 ODST, but I think it just depends. Those two are going to switch around. But I think 4 is going to settle in the bottom. Although, like I said, I do love the story, but all of the stories to me are really good. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there while I'm thinking about it. Seeing you play all the games back to back, I definitely see how different Chief feels and speaks in 4 compared to the originals. Yeah. But at the time of release, it felt great and way more real. And at the time of release, we haven't had a Master Chief game in a while, right? I don't know the amount of time. It sounds like the games came out every 3 years except for the gap between Reach and 4 was 2 years, so it'd be 3, 6, so probably like 8 years from Halo 3 to Halo 4, something like that. So that makes sense. When it came out, you just like, you haven't played Master Chief in so long, it probably doesn't like stand out to you that he's different. Still love all the Chief and Cortana stuff for sure, but the original trilogy and Reach are unbeatable. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, it's just they're so good that it's so hard to in many cases it's hard to put one above the other because you're like, they were so freaking good. Like, yeah, I totally get you. But I think I'm going to agree with Actman on this one. I think if the actual storyline made more sense to me, or was I don't know. And it's not even the story. Like, he did bring out some good points about the gameplay as well not being as good, and I definitely see that because Halo Reach's gameplay, like, absolutely so good. ODST super fun to explore. The music is a good point that he just recently brought up. Like, I did not notice actually the music in this game at all, but ODST especially, I was like, dude, the music is so good in this, in this game. So there's definitely a difference in the music as well. Yeah.
Not fun on heroic or legendary. It's like if you were to go to the movies, but there aren't any seats, so you have to stand up the entire time. Doesn't matter how good the movie is, at some point you're just gonna wanna sit down. The game also had the misfortune of being followed up by Halo 5. The transitioning was rough, numerous changes that made it feel like it wasn't a Halo game. It has the fewest missions in the series, linear gameplay, boring vehicle
He talks so much
sections,
about Halo
poorly
5 and I'm
designed
like,
enemies,
I don't
butt
want to
fucking
hear
useless
anything.
weapons, lackluster music, confusing dialogue,
Useless
an unexplained villain, and
So
dependence on
true, the
expanded
weapons were
material,
so-
and only a handful of moments where the gameplay really shines. But if you can look past all of that, and if you can look at Halo as a quadrology instead of 2 separate trilogies, you'll find a Halo campaign that tells an authentic, character-driven story with a level of depth and emotion hardly ever explored in first-person shooters.
I hope
Despite
they
my
end up
opinions and
together.
interpretations of this game, whether you love it or hate it, I hope you're able to enjoy it more than I did, and at least see the beauty that this piece of art has to offer. So what do you think of Halo 4's campaign? Do you agree or disagree with my analysis? Post your thoughts and opinions down.
Yeah. Overall, I liked it a lot, but it's unfortunately going to be on the bottom of my list. As for as the Master Chief Collection goes, because that's all I've played so far. So Halo 5's next, but I actually have it coming in the mail, so got to figure out how to set that up. There's one other video. It's not Halo related. I'm gonna watch that right now, and then I'm gonna play some Halo 4 multiplayer. That's what you play, right? The Jurassic Park one. You sent this today, right? Oh, you sent it yesterday. Oh, I see, because it's midnight. All right, we're gonna watch something off topic, just quickly. Jurassic Park Survival, Dino Time. Jurassic Park Survival official behind the scenes featurette. So, Jurassic Park, for the record, I'm just gonna bring this up. Jurassic Park is my favorite film of all time. I'm a huge movie buff, and the original Jurassic Park, I'm a fan of most of the Jurassic Parks and the Jurassic Worlds. I'll watch them all. But Jurassic Park, the first one, is definitely the movie I've seen the most. We talked about this recently. Oh, and so the Jurassic Park survival game that they like had a teaser trailer about maybe like a year or two ago. I've been super hyped for, even though we don't have a lot of information about it. Like, I've just been so excited for it. Apparently, IGN, I'm sorry, just released something yesterday, so I was sent this link.
Disney Plus.
Ugh, come on. Sorry about the ads. I'm cheap. I don't like paying for Disney or for YouTube. Okay, here we go. IGN. Not even 24 hours old. You can see this, right? Okay.
The opportunity to re-enter into Jurassic Park is something we've waited over 30 years to be able to do.
Oh, 100%.
Heard consistently from our fans that they were very interested in seeing a game set in Jurassic Park. We were able to make that happen.
To make it happen. So is it done?
Jurassic Park Survival is a first-person game. It's set a day after the events of the film. You play as Maya Joshi,
One day?
who is an engine scientist,
Dude.
and it's your job to survive the island.
For the first time, we're giving you this opportunity to travel back to Isla Nublar, to explore Jurassic Park.
I feel like it's gonna be
Taking on a project
scary.
Like this
like
is a huge
super
responsibility.
freaking scary.
This film stands out as a landmark
man.
moment in cinema.
It's really
I
exciting
know.
to be able to translate this incredible film into a video game, because you really have the opportunity to go much deeper into the film. We've worked really closely with our partners and with Amblin and our filmmakers to make
I'd
sure that
love
we're
to be a part of
capturing
this.
the island and all the dinosaurs in really great detail.
We go through room by room in the game, level by level. We look at every possible resource from archives, from the
Is it
film,
like
from
Left 4
production
Dead where you
stills,
get to
production
a safe
blueprints to
room?
make sure every prop is in the same place.
Oh, that'd be so
Really
cool.
took an up-close look at some of the props from the film.
Co-op?
We went to the actual incubator, saw the eggs. Just that level of authenticity was just amazing, and it really brought the teams together.
Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be cool? Oh no, Mike. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go sleep. Go Poe. One of my kids is still up. It's past midnight. To be specific, one of my one-year-olds is still up. Holy crap. Oh, but I was gonna say, can you imagine this being like Left 4 Dead, where you could play co-op, you could play alone, but you're going through and getting to the next safe room. Oh man, that'd be so cool. I mean, it might be like that. I don't know. But the way that they're saying, like, from room to room, blah 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 blah, like, that would make sense if they did it like that. One, you have a formula that you know is popular and successful, the Left 4 Dead formula, and then two, you just put it in with a detailed version of Jurassic Park. Dude, I hope that's the case. That'd be cool. I hope it's not solo only. I would love co-op. Like, maybe they're just showing one character, but secretly they have other characters. That's a genius idea, Left 4 Dead with dinos. Right. I don't know, like, how would you do that, though? Like, Left 4 Dead with dinos, but you can't shoot them, right? So maybe you can tranquilize them. I don't know. Maybe it's more more of a stealthy version, right? But Left 4 Dead stealth co-op. It's like, and then like someone gets in trouble, so someone else, like, it's like the scene where the kids are in the kitchen, right, in Jurassic Park, where the dino's coming in and the sister's like dunk 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 dunk, like hitting the ground to distract it, and it comes towards her to save like her brother. Like, what if you like had to work together, like, oh, they're coming over here, distract or something, you know? Or like you step out with the red flame in front of a T-Rex so that your team can sneak behind, and then you throw it, and then you try and get around them. Oh man. And then your team's like getting in the Jeep or something, and they're like, come on, and you have to jump in the Jeep as it's like already started to drive. See, I have some pretty good thoughts sometimes. My brain works once in a while, but that would be so cool. I feel like co-op is just so beneficial in a lot of ways, because I mean, it gets you to play with people that, you know, your friends, and then you have a good experience. Dude, if they do it like that, woo, that would be super fun.
We thought Saber would be the right developer for this project, again, because of their affinity for the IP. They've really leaned into creating fantastic looking, beautifully rendered dinosaur models and animations that will look great in the game.
We were inspired by the original film. All the encounters are going to be amazing. The interactions with the dinosaurs, to see them on the big screen, and it's something else when you can actually take part and interact with them in a meaningful way.
One thing that is extremely important to get right is the dinosaurs. They are the star of this franchise. The textures, the movements, the weight of the dinosaurs on the Earth, that will all feel like the dinosaurs that you know and love from the first film. I think that's what players really want. They want to be put in the driver's seat of a dinosaur encounter and have to survive it.
Can't wait and come face to face with the T-Rex. I'm gonna purposely lose so that I can get eaten by a T-Rex.
What the?
Not only do you get to re-experience all of the incredible locations from the film,
Really?
but because Jurassic Park Survival is designed in game format, it gives you more time to be able to explore new locations.
There's lots of facilities, there's lots of buildings, there's lots of attractions that are under construction, there's a hotel under construction. So fans are going to see things and landmarks that they only wish they saw. Some elements from the game, some elements from the film that were talked about, but never actually conceived in the film.
So as
It'd be cool if there was solo mode, but also like the option for co-op. That's what I think. I think it would be cool if it had the like both options, but because solo would be definitely like way more scary and probably harder and probably more like horror themed almost. But then co-op would be like super fun to get like on with your friends and work together, like we just mentioned.
Single player, narrative driven experience. Jurassic Park needs both strong story
His
and
accent
strong
works
gameplay.
so well.
There's an interactive component that
Put
makes
the other guy on.
games unique from film.
It's going to feel like new but familiar at the same time, and then you'll be part of that tension and part of that drama and part of that awe and wonder that Jurassic really is for fans, but you'll be front and center for everything.
When we were deciding how to introduce the raptors, one thing that jumped out to us was, what if we could make the player experience what Lex and Tim did in the kitchen? That and other sequences like it are meant to put you in the shoes of those movie characters to experience the terror for yourself.
Oh my gosh, so scary.
So every one of the characters in that film is indelible, and this is the bar that we're shooting for. These characters need to be as specific, distinct, colorful as
These
the characters in
characters?
the film. And Maya is the biggest example of this.
These characters, plural. Listen to that. The way he's talking.
Maya is the biggest example of this.
Come on.
The characters as specific for. These characters need to be as specific, distinct, colorful as the characters in the film. And Maya is the biggest example.
Dude, he's very specifically saying multiple characters. I'm just, like, for the record, that's not like him saying the players, right? He's saying the characters need to be colorful and need to be, like, unique. And, dude, there's definitely more characters in this than this lady. 100%.
As specific, distinct, colorful as the characters in the film. And Maya is the biggest example of this.
The actual journey,
One of the
arc of Maya, it's incredible.
Single
She
player, you
was
think so?
personally recruited by Dr. Henry Wu to become an InGen scientist to work at the park. The start of Maya's journey, she's unable.
They said single player multiple times. But why would you have multiple characters? What would that do? I really hope it's like Left 4 Dead. Characters as in story, I would guess.
To escape Isla Nublar.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nublar.
As soon as Pyle read for the part, we knew she was going to be our Maya.
I really relate to Maya in lots of different ways. She's incredibly passionate and adventurous. I think she takes risks. She steps outside of her comfort zone. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, to be honest. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of admirable traits. I think that I'm standing on the shoulders of some of the coolest female characters in cinema history. It's incredible.
Other characters in the story, homeboy. Doesn't mean they're playable. I think playable, come on.
I really hope that when fans play this game, they get to relive the magic they experienced from the original film.
All of us on the team are extremely passionate about this film. We all have our own childhood memories of it, and so we've come to it with the greatest respect.
It is everything, so we are taking the time to do it justice.
Fans are core to this franchise. It's because of their passion that we get these great opportunities to create new stories. Without them, there wouldn't be a Jurassic Park survival.
And release date, right? Or beta test, alpha test, something? Give me a date. Date? No. Still no date, huh? All right. Let's hop on over and get some player versus player, multiplayer going. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, actually, like I said in the warning stream, what? The bit rate is lower than the recommended. Okay, hold on. Has it been like jumpy or anything? Saying that, hold on. I just got my OBS pulled up. Let me change the bitrate. It says it's too low. Output bitrate. Let's bring this up. How's that apply? Does that go away? $7285.13. 13,500. Okay. You got it. 13,500 coming right up. Stream output 13,500. That's pretty high. Recommend 13,500. Alright, there we are. 13,500 apply. Okay. There we go. It says excellent. Nice. Bitrate, bitrate goes right over my head. I have no idea what it means for the most part. I know it's like quality, but if it's too low, it like ruins your stream. If it's too high, it ruins your stream. So I'm like, what? Make up your frickin' mind, bro. Alright, we got 4 here. Alright, last time I was told I needed to play a bigger, like 8v8 team, right? Or something. Like, how do I just do like any version of the game in Halo 4? How do I do that? Because I think it's very like it's specific. Unless it's Rocket Race. Any. Oh, there we go. Any 4v4 team. Any 8v8 team? It doesn't have AV8 team, it doesn't do any. So let's do this. Let's try it. How do I start? Oh. Alright. Let's hope for the best. Oh, you guys can't see, huh? Don't worry. Nothing's started, so we're good. There you go. Woo! Oh, I should... Oh, hold on. My armor's over here. There we go. Ooh, dude, we got. Oh, that's pretty quick. All right, let's do this. We got a match. Solace. Dirtbag Face. I used to stream on Twitch as Dirtbag Face, so that's why everything is named Dirtbag Face. And in a lot of cases, it won't let me change it, so Sniper is snipe.
Infinity Slayer.
Sniper, no sniping. Choose loadout? Oh.
Eliminate the enemy team. First strike. Gain the lead.
Come on. Ow.
Lost the lead.
No. Got him. I can already tell I liked Halo 3 ODST better. Ah. The movement in this one is like different from the campaign. It's really weird. Yeah, so far my favorite campaign is Halo 3 ODST, 100%. Was it that, or was it Reach? No, I think it was Reach. It's the one that gave you like the different abilities that you could pick. Get him. Get him, boys. Trying to be quiet, but my footsteps are so loud. It's gonna give away my position for sure.
Gain the lead.
We were behind? I feel like we've been killing it. Gotcha. Ooh. So sorry. I'm a no-scoper by trade. What the? Didn't I just go up here? Shave my little booty. Save my booty 117. What happened to those people? They like went flying for no reason. Did they get ejected from the game? Dude, what happened?
Gain the lead.
Gotcha, boy.
Lost the lead.
This guy scared me. Lost the lead. But why? Mother freaker. Mother trucker, yeah. Decent. 2 kills on 1 life, I like it. Whoa. That hurt. I hear people.
Assassination. Snapshot. Gain the lead. remain.
Keep the lead, boys. I mean, people. Ah, come on. Change the loadout? No, I can't. Dude, that guy's hacking, bro. That guy's moving too fast. Did you see him? You guys saw that? He was like moving super fast. I don't know. Maybe my internet's slow or something, but
Lost the lead. Lost the lead. Snapshot.
woo! They know where I am. Time to hide.
Gain the lead. Snapshot.
We killed each other. Kill from the grave. I'll take it.
Snapshot. 5 kills to win. Snapshot.
They're all over here, man. Woo.
Next kill wins. Game over. Victory.
Woo! Nice. That was good. I did pretty good. First Halo 4 game. Multiplayer. I had some friendly fire. Ooh, I'm not a recruit anymore. I'm a private, baby. I want to see Dirtbag FaZe or Dan Squarepants first. 20 kills, 11 deaths. Ooh, this guy had me though. 23 kills. Free Palestine. Huh. Just got chills for some reason. Probably because of his name. I don't know. Woo! Let's play another. Kill players on the enemy team. Make makes sense. Dread bag. It's very similar to dirt bag. Dread bag. Aim for the head. Oh, is this I see. Probably should have done battle rifle.
Lost the lead. Gained the lead.
Oh. Good job, team. They're all dead. Oh. Number one rule, don't scope. Like, really. I feel like that's just, you're just wasting your time and your accuracy. What do we have down here? Oh crap. Dread bag, there's someone over there. Gosh. Let's see. Should I change loadout? Yeah. Let's give this one a try. Another rule, don't run. You run and then it takes you a second to shoot. Nice. Nice work. Nice work. Just watching this corner. It's a good spot though, like you get 2 long hauls. Ow! Get him! Get him! Get him! $117, come on. Oh! Oh man, grenade? No. No grenade. We had one guy over here. I don't think that was him though. Res me. I don't know this area. I don't feel safe. 7. 17. Don't die on me. Don't die on me. I need ya. What? Did they kill each other? This is a good spot too. Woo! Too quick, too quick. good spot. Then you don't have to walk around. You don't have to walk hardly at all. Oh gosh. Oh. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh. He's like way further than I thought he was. How? Dude, I had 3 chances. Ay, ay, ay. It's terrible. 3.
5 kills to win.
Yes. Whoopsies. Welcome aboard.
Next kill wins.
Give me something. What? Dang it. Ah, was that guy too? Alright, let's do another one. Let's do at least one more. At least.